We got my niece's birthdays. We got my daddy's birthday. We got Mother's Day. Heck, we even got the Derby. Ain't no way this month can be bad. Ain't no way. Nothing but 4 and 5 stars for me. I'm not accepting anything less. Oh, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I don't know if you all are feeling like me, but the past few months have just kind of been like a roller coaster. Don't get me wrong, I've had some good reads, even some great reads. However, yeah, I don't know. They haven't been spectacular. It hasn't been consistent. So I guess I'm a little disappointed, but I feel like that's gonna change. I am cautiously optimistic about this month. We're in May now, April's out of the way. I did have an amazing book in April. Well, I finished it like May 1st, but I'm gonna consider that. I'm gonna count that in my April reads, because that's my prerogative. I do what I wanna do, okay? So since I read the bulk of it in April, it's going on my April reads, okay? So for May, I wanted to do something fun, and I cannot take total credit for this idea. I actually got this idea from Kalila D, who also in turn got this idea from a couple other creators. The idea is to use our Pinterest boards to help us pick our TBR. So that is what we're going to do. We are going to use my Pinterest account for some inspiration to help us choose what I'm going to read this month. So that's the game plan for today. So let me go ahead and pull this up. But before I do that, if you have not already done so, which I don't know why you wouldn't have already. I mean, we are friends, are we not? I'm gonna need for you to just go ahead, take a little moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Please do that. Let's go ahead and get that little housekeeping out of the way. And then let's kick back and get into this, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and get my little screen record action on. So how about you all? Have you all settled on your May TBR? Let me know what you're going to be reading this month. Let me know down in the comments. All right, so we are just going to go to our home feed. I'm going to refresh it. And the way that they did it, which we'll just kind of go with it, I'm just kind of going to scroll, do a little finger swipe, and then boop on a picture, and we're going to see what it inspires. Okay, so we're just gonna scrolly, and stop here. Well, I'm kind of in between pictures. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Ooh, okay. Now, I think this is like a Studio Ghibli inspired picture, and I don't watch Studio Ghibli. Like, I don't know anything about it, but I mean, like, I've heard of it. So for me, I'm just like, oh, hey, this is an anime character. So we've got a girl here. She looks like she's sitting on a rooftop maybe, and looks like we got maybe some villas in the background. So it's giving me, I don't know, it's giving me like Italy vibes, or like sitting on a rooftop in the countryside or something, you know? I'm getting some Europe vibes here. Let's see. She's gorgeous too. I love the free-flowing curls going on. Let's consult the shelves and see what we may have that might kind of fit that vibe. Italy. Curly hair. You know, some ocean off in the distance too. Okay. Let's see. Vacation mode. I'm feeling like a European vacation situation. Let's see what we have that might fit the bill. So, okay, so this might be a little bit of stretch, but we're gonna go with Daisy Hades by Jessa Hastings. This is book 2 in the Magnolia Parks series, Magnolia Parks universe. This is pretty much set in London, but like I said, we're getting the Europe vibe. And these little London socialites are always jet setting somewhere. So, I mean, they could end up in Italy. Who knows? I don't know. So, it says Daisy Hates is princess of London's most notorious family, raised by her older brother Julian, and London gang lord. After their parents were murdered in front of them. That's not funny. I don't know why I chuckled. I think it's because I stumbled. Forgive me. Murder's not funny. After their parents were murdered in front of them 12 years ago, Daisy has never lived beyond his watchful gaze. Julian's line of work means that Daisy's life is complicated, and things don't become any less complex when she falls hard for Christian Hymns, the beautiful and emotionally unavailable boy she's been involved with for the past few months, who also happens to be one of the few men in London who doesn't answer to Julian. Christian's life is no walk in the park either, being in love with Magnolia Parks, his best friend's girlfriend, and all. He's happy enough to use Daisy to disguise his true affections. That is, until she starts to infiltrate those too. As Daisy and Christian's romance blossoms into something neither were anticipating, Daisy, Christian, and Julian each have to come to terms with the fact that in this life, everything comes at a price. As the relationships intersect and tangle, they all learn that sometimes life's most worthwhile pursuits can only be paid in blood. Okay, I know that this isn't exactly the carefree vibe that our lovely little anime character was giving here, but like I said, I mean, I'm getting Europe vibes, right? I mean, London, London, Europe. Okay, it's a stretch. I know, I get it, but I really want to read Daisy Hates anyway. So, all right, so that is book number 1. I got my cart here. So I have been averaging somewhere between like 4 to 6 books a month. So I want to try to pick at least 10 books. So that gives me a little wiggle room. Okay, a little wiggle. All right, so let's get back to it. Let's see. Wiggle. All right. So, should we I'm not gonna refresh the feed. We're just gonna scroll again. Scroll. Let me scroll one more time. Scroll one time for good measure. I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready. Stop here. Oh, okay. Hold on now. Okay, what do we got here? We have a piece of artwork. We have a brown skin girl and a stack of books. Okay, so this one is very much like, this is like a wild card. I could probably pick anything. We got a girl with a stack of books. I could probably pick anything because I mean books, right? So we got a girl with a stack of books. Maybe she's in college. Maybe we need a college romance, college thriller, something about college students. I mean, not that they're the only people who read. We know this much. But yeah, let's see. See. I thought the coffee would help me with the word stumbling and fumbling, but apparently not. Let's see what we got on the shelves to kind of fit the bill. Let's see what we got. Okay, this is absolutely perfect because we're gonna go with The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. I think this is one of my 25 and 2025 books. Kudos to that. And I think it's been on my TBR for like the past 2-3 months. I don't know. But this book, this is a romance. This is about a girl who's this total fan of this writer. There we go. She loves these. I think he writes like fantasy books or something, but she's a total fan of this writer. And she's been communicating with him via like some kind of chat or something. Anyway, they've been communicating with each other. Unbeknownst to her, he's actually her neighbor. So she doesn't know his true identity. He doesn't know her true identity initially either. But then he kind of figures out, oh, hey, oops, the hottie I've been messaging is actually my neighbor. This is like a fake dating trope as well. Once he realizes who she truly is, he tries to like hook her up with somebody else. but at this point he's already caught feelings. So I think we're in for a fun ride with this one. You know, this has been on my list for forever. So I feel like this is the universe telling me, Shalita, you need to read this book. Shalita, get on it. So there we go. I really need to read that book. Like, no joke. It's been on my cart, and I literally just like took it off my cart today for the sake of this video. I was like, oh, let me just put it back on the shelf. Right back it went. All right, so let's get back to it. Okay, we are going to, let's scroll again. We'll scroll again and see what we get. All right, let's see. Scrolly, so we're gonna give it a good scroll. Keep scrolling. Get that phone scrolling and stop. Oh, that's an ad. We don't want that. Scrolling. You know, oh, I looked. That's cheating. Did y'all catch me? Oh, we kind of already had something similar to that. Yeah, we're not going with that. We already had something with books on it. That's another ad, bro. When did Pinterest start getting so many ads? Like, I don't even remember all that. I don't even remember Pinterest having all these ads back in the day. Okay, okay, here, what we got here? It says buy 20s, hello 30s. Okay, so and we got a cake here. We got enough. I feel like we got 2 romance here. I want to pick something else, but let's look at our colors here. We got black and red. Maybe a character in their 20s entering their 30s. Let's see if we can find a thriller. Maybe we can find a book with these colors on the cover. Black and red. Let's see what we got. Haha. No Way to Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. So this is a young adult thriller, and this has been, I guess, compared to, or this has been described as a Carrie retelling. So I have several books by Tiffany D. Jackson, and I have not read nary one of them. So
lock his ass up. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
It is high time that I get into this woman's catalog. I have heard nothing but amazing things about her, her books. I almost picked Monday's Not Coming, but I don't know if I'm ready for that right now. I don't know if I'm ready for that. So I'm gonna I want to go with this one. Especially after reading their Vicious Games, you know, like this just seems like the natural thing to read after, you know, something like that. Sounds exciting and dark and thrilling, and I'm ready to see some people get, you know, effed up. So this ought to be fun. All right, let's get loud, or let's just keep moving. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, going back. Okay, I am gonna refresh the feed this time. I'm gonna refresh my feed. Refresh. Why do I gotta scroll all the way? You should have to scroll all the way up to refresh. All right, now let's scroll and stop. Ooh, okay. Loving it. We got a lovely little piece of art here. So we got a girl walking her dog out. It's full of green. So I'm getting spring vibes or summer vibes because, you know, wearing a tank top. I ain't gonna lie, my feet are hurting just looking at her in these heels and these steps. Baby, where you going? All right, we got the word cafe on a sign behind there. So, ooh, I don't know. She's giving me like Paris vibes. Like this is giving me Paris vibes right here. And this cute little dog. I have just the book for this. Pardon My Frenchie by Farah Roshan. Hello, little doggy. Okay, so this book is about a woman who runs a doggy daycare. not only is she running a doggy daycare, but she's also raising her teen twin sisters. That's crazy, right? And then we have our main male character who is kind of stuck taking care of his grandmother's dog after his grandmother is transferred to like a long-term living facility. Grandma's dog attends the doggy daycare that our main female character, you know, owns and works at. And apparently their dogs are like BFFs. They're like popular all over Instagram. It sounds like a grumpy sunshine because it says he's like an army officer who doesn't really like people, much less animals. So I guess somehow these dogs are gonna win him over, as well as our main character, Ashanti. So this sounds fun, this sounds fluffy, and I'm excited to read it. You know, I like little rom-coms that have like kids and dogs in them, especially animals, you know, especially little doggies. What was it? Abby Jimenez, Part of Your World. Loved it. Loved the dog in there. I think there was even a pig in there too. So really cute. All right, moving on. So we're up to 4. Let's see if we can get 6 more out of this. Let's do this. Okay. We'll do one more random, and then I might like actually just, you know, go to specific boards and see what jogs for me. Okay, let's scroll. Whew. Let's see what we got. Boom. Ad. Pinterest, stop playing with me, because is there an ad-free version of Pinterest? I mean, I don't want it. I don't need another ad. I don't need another app to pay for. But I'm just wondering. I feel like if there isn't one, it's definitely in the works, because all these ads are insane. Okay, oh, I'm gonna say that we're in between here, so I'm gonna go with, well, it's an ad above it, so clearly we're gonna go with this. Okay. So we got a girl, ooh, look at those twists. So we got the natural hair, we've got the bow in our hair. Ooh, like we've got plenty of romance on here. I need something else. I need some fiction or fantasy or another thriller. I have a thriller in mind. I think it's a thriller, it might be fiction, that I picked up during one of my little half-price book hauls. That's the only thing that's like really jumping out at me. Let's see, let's consult the shelves. For a minute there, I got afraid that maybe I had put it in a free little library. Tiny Pretty Things by Sonia C. and Danielle Clayton. I said C because I'm not about to ruin this, you know, this person's name all over social media. I'm just not gonna do it. Y'all not gonna catch me out here mispronouncing that name. So this is about a ballet school with some pretty tough competition. We've got some pranks and things that go wrong, and yeah, sounds like Black Swan meets Center Stage meets, you know, So You Think You Can Dance. So yeah, this one sounds like it could be good. All right, let's move on. Okay, scroll, what are we up to now? We're up to 5. 5 more, come on, get into it. Let's get it. Ad. Pinterest. I'm gonna lodge a complaint with management. I want to speak to the manager. Ooh, I'm going with the one above. I'm like right in the middle here. Bro, we're going with this one. Yes. Fantasy. Let's go. All right, so we have a queen, a goddess dripping in gold, baby, and we got a dragon in the background. Okay. It's definitely time for some fantasy. Oh my gosh. This is stunning. Okay. We need some fantasy in our life. Let's see. Ooh, Stop Playing With Me. Yes. I've got just the book. Just the book. So Let Them Burn by Camila Cole. This is fantasy. This is, I mean, check it. We got dragons on the cover. All right, so this book basically follows our main female character. She was like a badass soldier in the war, right? The war's over. She slayed all the enemies. And now it looks like, hey, they want to honor her, right? So she goes to the ceremony, and lo and behold, she looks up and her sister is like, her sister is like BFFs with an enemy dragon. What are you doing? So her sister appears to be bonded with this dragon, and it's of the enemy, right? And the only way to break a bond between a dragon and, you know, somebody is through death. So our main female character, what's her name? Let me get her. What's my name? Farron. So Farron has to figure out like how to break this bond between her sister and this dragon without killing her daggone sister, right? Sounds like high fantasy. This sounds like action. Sounds like what I've been missing. So excited for that. Oh, that is a good pick. Yeah, I definitely needed something to break up all this, you know, all this smash and grabbing. All right, let's see. Let's move on. Let's get our screen record back on, and we're back in it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're up to 6. Okay, let's see. What do you want to go with? Let's see. We're gonna grab dark and broody. Let's see what we get here. Let's see some inspo. Oh, look, I only have 2 pens on it. Whatever. Let's find some inspo. Okay, let's scroll and stop. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we have, looks like just a regular old neighborhood in London, maybe. Because it looks like, am I looking? Okay, yeah. Yeah, we've got some European license plates here. Okay, so look, we already done played our Europe card. Let's see if we can play that again. But yeah, it's definitely giving old and dark and broody buildings. But not ye old times, because there's, you know, there's cars and stuff. There's no horse and buggies. Let's see if we can pull off another Europe vibe, but like, yeah, this is on my dark and broody, so let's go for some dark academia. Let's see what we have that will fit this. I think I have something. I got just the thing. Yeah. As a woman, I often change my mind, and I changed my mind. So I had one book in mind, and then I was like, no, I want some fiction. So we are going to go with This Motherland. So we are going to go with This Motherless Land by Nikki May. This book here is about 2 cousins, right? One lives in Nigeria, I believe. Nigeria, the other one lives in England. And so Funky, quiet Funky, right? Right. So Funky, her mom dies. And she has to move to England to live with her family, with, you know, her extended relatives. And, you know, that life is completely different, you know. It's, you know, Nigeria versus England. The culture, everything is completely different. It's a culture shock for her. And the only saving grace is this cousin of hers. And they form this amazing bond. But as they get older, things happen. They get pulled apart. And so I think we're just going to follow their journey regarding, you know, what forced them to separate, and then hopefully they can find their way back together to mend their relationship and their friendship. All right. Let's see. All right, so let's pick another board. What else do we got? We got something from our dark and broody. Let's go with... Y'all, some of my boards are so lame. Let's go with Let's go with sweet, sweet fantasy, baby. Wait a minute. Okay, what do we got now? Let's see. We've got plenty of romance. We've got one fiction. We've got one fantasy. We've got a couple of thrillers. Let's go back. Wait a minute. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go with It's Giving main character. Okay. It's Giving main character. I'm gonna scroll. I just wanna scrolly, scrolly, scrolly with a dabber wrench. Yes, I'm a fan of dad jokes, clearly. Stop and wiggle with it. Hey, all right, let's see what we got. All right, so we have a woman at the park. Looks like she's taking one of those paint and sip classes. Oh yeah, girl, look at that drink. Okay. So we've got an artist here. Love it. That looks like so much fun. I cannot paint to save my life, but this looks like fun, especially like in the park. You're out, the open air, some good snacks, a good little drinky drink. Have y'all ever done a paint and sip? Let me know. I need some inspiration. I need some motivation. All right, so an artist, park setting, painter. Let's consult the shelves, shall we? So we're going with The Girls from Queens by Christine Candick Torres. So this is a contemporary fiction, and it is set in New York, set in Queens, right? And it is set during the 90s. Okay, so we follow our two main female characters, Brisma and Kelly. They are in high school, they're BFFs, and they do everything together. So Brisma is more of the, the quiet, sweet, observant one, and Kelly is, living life out loud. Brisma gets a boyfriend, right? Baseball player. Oh, she's so in love. And eventually the girls kind of like grow apart, they're living two different lives. Kelly's like, you my girl, but I'm not playing third wheel up in here. So, life happens, they drift apart, and then they reconnect years later, only to learn that Brisma's ex-boyfriend has been accused of sexual assault. Both girls are on opposite sides of this. So I guess for us, we are going to follow their story and find out if their friendship is enough to withstand these allegations. This sounds intriguing. This sounds interesting. I love the fact that it's set during the 90s. We also have, a Latino author. We've got Latina characters. So excited for this. Let's see. All right, so we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Give me 2 more. 2 more. I will say that I have like 2 library books that I have that I probably need to turn back in, but the fact that they don't charge fees anymore makes me say maybe I'll just hang on to them and read them. Let me just go ahead and read them. Actually I have 3 library books that I need to return. One, I think I still have renewals on. The other 2, there are no renewals on, which I don't think is fair. I've never renewed them. So how is it I don't have any renewals? That's not fair. Why is it that these books don't get renewals, but the other one does? So, whatever. Let's just roll with it. Okay, let's do we keep with the main character board, or do we go back to let's keep with the main character board. Let's keep with the main character. Let's see what we come up with. Okay. Okay. I just feel like, wait a minute. That's an ad. Haha. Good, because I didn't like that. I didn't like that picture. I'm like, I already have like springy feeling vibes. This gets kind of difficult after a while. Okay, let's see. Let's refresh the feed. Let's refresh the feed again. One more time. Okay, now we're gonna scroll. Scroll. Well, y'all, why are they scrolling? Y'all see how it's not even scrolling? Scroll. See, y'all know I'm not cheating. Boom. Is that an ad? No, that's a drink. Oh, that's a drinky drink. Watermelon mint lemonade. Okay. Okay, so we got a drink. Okay, we got watermelon. Watermelon. Let's see. I mean, maybe something with those colors with pink and green on the cover. Maybe we just find a cover that matches that. Or something giving summery vibes. When I think summery vibes, I think romance. And I think I have enough romance on here. I'm honestly like ready to vomit just thinking about it. Wait, ew, somebody, oh, the caption says, is there shrimp in the ice? Bro, don't be like that. Don't do it. Okay. We're gonna go over here and consult the shelves and see what we got, okay? So we got pinks and greens. If we're looking at colors, pinks and greens. If we wanna go with, you know, seasons, you know, it's giving spring, summer vibes. I know I just said that there was so much romance on this cart that I wanna vomit. However, you made a fool of death with your beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. Okay, hear me out. This one sounds messy, so this one gets a pass. This doesn't sound like, oh, fluffy. Oh, this sounds messy, and I'm here for mess. So this is how I justify this one. But I'm going with this because there's like a summery whirlwind romance vibe to it. And that's what this drink was giving me, right? So we have our main character, Faye. Faye is, I'm not saying she's not coming out of a relationship. The love of her life died like 5 years ago, right? And she is ready to get out there and start living life again. You know, she wants to put herself out there. Well, she goes to this party, right? And this is on the back. I ain't giving y'all nothing away because I haven't read it. Anyway, she goes to this party, sees this hottie with a body, and, you know, she starts a little romance, a little fling, right? Where does the mess come in? I know that's what you're wondering, right? Well, she's thinking, oh man, like this could be my second chance. He could be the one. That's until she sees his daddy, the man's daddy. So now she's like, older the berry, sweeter juice, or, you know, young and successful. What do I go with? So, Mess Express, and I'm here for it. So, all right, that's a messy good time, and I'm here for it. All right, y'all, the cart is definitely filling up here. I have to move my cup. Where am I gonna put my cup? Uno más. We need one more. All right, we need one more. And I'm looking down, and these all sound so good, right? And I'm just thinking, like, which one is the one that I'm most excited for right now? I don't know. I got a lot of good things on here. I'm trying to, I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna shut my mouth. Okay, here we go. Okay, screen record me. Last one, and this is just gonna be straight from the home feed. Let's refresh it. Let's refresh it, baby. Okay. Okay, let's go. Scrolling. Scrolling. Stop. What do we got? We're more or less here. Oh, okay. It's Carrie. It's a meme. Why do we let the one thing we don't have affect how we feel about all the things we do have? Ooh. Okay, so because it's Carrie, we could go romance, but absolutely not. We're done with romance. But this is like some existential life, existential, you know, crisis type question here, right? So I'm leaning towards fiction with this. So why do we let the one thing we don't have affect how we feel about all the things we do have? Let's think on it. Right. think I have one. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Y'all know what? Consult the shelves. See what we got going on. Okay, so this might be a bit of a stretch, but I have been wanting to read this. So I feel like maybe like this quote is kind of, sounds like, people thinking the grass is greener on the other side type situation, but we're going to twist it for our benefit here. So we're going to go with You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tao. So this book is, this story is going to wreck me emotionally. So this is about, young love, and it's struck down in its prime, right? So we have our main character, Julie. Julie she's in high school, right? Right on the cusp of college type situation, and her boyfriend dies suddenly, unexpectedly. And Julie has her whole life ahead of her. She had her whole life ahead of her, a future all mapped out, but never had she envisioned her life and her future without him. So she is, she's in the throes of grief, right? She is clinging to any and every, memory of him that she can. And she calls his phone, wanting to hear his voicemail so she can hear his voice again, have that comfort. And she calls his phone, but he picks up. And it's, the connection's shoddy, it's temporary, but she's like, I know it hurt what I heard, right? But just hearing his voice, makes her fall for him all over again. And it sounds like she continues to call him. And it says it becomes harder to let him go. So this sounds really emotional. This sounds like, it's all about grief and loss. And, it's gonna eat me up. I just know it. And I'm excited for it because I am an emotional masochist. Tear me down, please. So I'm really excited. Like, the rest of them sound good, but this is another one that I've been like dying to get to. So I'm really excited about this one. So you guys, that's 10. That's 10 books to choose from. There's no way we are leaving the month of May without at least 1 5-star. Okay. 4 and 5. Excellent reads. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with a 3-star read. Okay, 3-star means average, middle of the road, not bad, not horrible. But I want more for my life than that. I want more for my reading experience than just a 3-star read. I just do. Okay, so that's our picks, guys. All right, well, that is all that I have for you guys. Have you all read any of these? Let me know like which ones I should start with, which ones you highly recommend, which ones I should probably just abandon on the cart. I value your input. All right, guys, well, that's all that I have for you today. Let me know what you were reading this month. Let me know down in the comments. Please remember, hold the babies. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And until the next one, friends, bye.